Good morning. I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose overnight, notching its best winning streak since 1987 as traders digested a Federal Reserve rate hike and major corporate earnings. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 0.23%. The 30 stock index extended its rally to 13 days, an advance it hasn't achieved since January 1987. If the index rises for 14 straight days on Thursday, it will match the longest streak ever going back to June 1897. That was roughly 1 year after the Dow was created in May 1896. The S&P 500 declined 0.02% and the Nasdaq Composite lost 0.12%. The Federal Reserve raised rates to their highest level in more than 22 years after passing through a much-anticipated quarter-point hike at the conclusion of its meeting. However, Treasury yields slid after Fed Chief Jerome Powell suggested the central bank could pause again here. The Fed next decides on rates on Sept 20. Turning to company news now, bank shares including Wells Fargo gained after the comments as traders bet that the Fed economy could skirt a recession if the Fed stays on hold. On the bullish side, Google parent Alphabet rose about 5.8% as cloud revenue growth helped propel the company to a better than expected quarter. Also, Dow component Boeing gained 8.7% after reporting a second quarter beat following a rise in commercial aircraft deliveries. However, not all earnings news was positive as Microsoft slid 3.7% a day after reporting slowing cloud revenue growth. And amid robust economic data and stock market gains, investors are avoiding US consumer companies exposed to economic downturn risks, showing widespread recession fears despite the strong performance of leading stock indices, and instead focusing on secular growth themes like artificial intelligence, reflecting a lack of conviction in a cyclical recovery. In commodity news, Saudi Arabia plans to extend a 1 million barrel oil supply cut into September to support crude prices amidst a fragile economic backdrop. While rising gasoline prices indicate inflation concerns worldwide, JPMorgan Chase predicts gold will exceed US $2,000 an ounce by year end and reach new records in 2024 due to falling interest rates during a likely US recession. UN International Seabed Authority ruled out an immediate decision on deep-sea mining, delaying an agreement until next year. Mining companies argue practice would support global energy transition with critical minerals. Critics suggest insufficient research on impact to marine ecosystems. Overall, overnight US sectors were mixed. Communication services was the best performer, whilst tech was the worst. The SPY futures are pointing to a flat start. Thank you for listening.